Hey, it's working. Yeah, come on! No! Go!
That was fun, guys, right? It was fun, Sam, right?
Yeah, that's fun.
Right. What about if we show them how we did it step by step in our business? Let's do that?
Yeah, let's show that.
Right, and you're gonna do that. Show them how we did it.
Alright, Nir, let me take over from here. I got this. Alright, so what we got here is 3 rolls of wrapping paper, and we got 3 boards too. There's 2 that are 6 foot long and 1 that's 5 foot long. That's gonna go across. So what we're gonna start with is we're gonna have to wrap around some string around it, like pretty tight, so it sticks together like quite a few times. Alright, you're gonna want to make sure the string is really tight, just so like none of the boards move and it sticks together really nice. And then right here we're putting the third board on. It's gonna be like right in the middle of the other boards that are like right where they connect. Make sure you measure it. Like, it's really important that the board is gonna be right in the center. Like, you gotta make sure it's symmetrical, like all the way through. So this is what the skeleton of this kite should roughly look like. It's gotta be really symmetrical and steady. So you're gonna wanna put some notches at the end of the boards, like probably about an inch away from the end, so the string has something to wrap around when you're wrapping the string around. Make sure you wrap it like a good 3, 4, 5 times around the boards, so it stays there nicely. Then you move board from board, like wrapping it all around. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure the string is on the same side of the board on every one. So this is what it should look like after you got the string attached, and then after this we're gonna put some wrapping paper on it. We're gonna show you how to connect that next. So we're gonna have to make some glue to keep the kite together, and for that you're gonna need some flour and some water. Pretty simple ingredients, like just some all-purpose flour. Everybody has that. Make sure it's really watery, and make sure you also mix it really good, just so you get the best performance out of your glue, your homemade glue. So now we're gonna show you how to put the wrapping paper underneath the skeleton so we can start the gluing process. Make sure you cut the paper at least 2 or 3 inches away, because we're gonna wrap it around the thread. Yeah, so this is how we glue it. Just spread it out just so it's a nice even coat, and it grabs as best as it can. And make sure you go all the way around the kite. Make sure all of it has a good coat. So this is where you want to set out your second gift wrap paper. Then we're going to want to glue it to the other one. Make sure you got at least a couple inches just so it connects nicely. So you want to glue on everything correctly, just like you did the other half. And now another essential piece is the tail. I'll show you how to do the tail when we can do this while the actual kite and the glue is drying. Then you want to roll the end like that, so we can put string around it easily. Do a whole bunch of them, like until your hands hurt, because we're gonna need a whole bunch. And you see here we're cutting up some white paper too, just so we have like some variety, and it looks really nice when it's flying in the sky. So basically what's going on here is you make 2 circles, one with one hand, one with the other, and put the other one through the first circle, and you should be able to put your paper inside of that and then squeeze on both ends of the string, like you can see here as we're doing. And the length of your tail actually depends on your how big your kite is. However, you think is gonna balance the best. So right here, we're actually doing some decoration just for the fun of it. You're gonna want to cut the paper just like you're seeing, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and put it on the bottom side of the kite. We're gonna use the same glue as before, and I don't know, it should just look pretty cool afterwards, just like it has a beard. We're making a hole in the center of the kite where the boards joint, where the scaling thread is actually gonna go through the center. And we're gonna connect this one to 2 other scaling threads that are gonna be on the top 2 boards of the kite. So here we're tying one other thread to the top 2 corners of the kite. So our first thread is going to combine right in the center of our new one, and we're measuring just so it's right in the center, like right where we want it to be. Try to get it as close as possible to the middle of the kite as possible. And then on the bottom side, we're gonna want to do it like almost look exactly like the other one, but we're gonna actually put a knot into right there, so you have somewhere to put the tail on to connect it nicely. And after you got all the tail and everything connected, it should be good. You're gonna go ahead and wrap around the tail around the whole thing, just so you can transport it nicely. So then you got your kite all packed up and ready to fly, and we can go out and give it a test.
Let's go.